In this STAR11 video, we'll learn how to create teams using the AI team generator. The AI team generator is the most important generator in STAR11. If you check the top matches, you'll see that most of the top-ranking teams are created using the AI generator. Each match usually includes 8 to 11 dream players, and in many cases, the teams generated by AI even score more points than the mega contest winners, or the difference between the AI team and the dream team is very small. Many users often ask, what should I do to create such strong teams? Why don't my teams perform as well? Friends, if you don't have much knowledge about the match or the players, or if you feel confused when selecting players, you should definitely use the AI generator. Here, you can simply select the type of contest and the number of teams you want. The AI takes care of the rest in the background. Still, there are several important options provided that you can use to build even better teams based on your preferences and knowledge. That's why many expert users utilize these options to create teams and achieve better results compared to regular users. STAR11 also allows you to create teams for past matches so you can learn how to use the generator and see how many points those teams would have scored. Try using different options in old matches and observe how each one works and how much it impacts the team's points. So let's now take a look at all the available options and understand how they work. The first option is platform priority, where you need to select the platform for which you want to generate teams. Each platform has different player combination rules, so it's important to choose the right platform to get accurate platform-specific teams. Now comes the most important option, type of contest. STAR11's AI generator supports only two types of contests, small contest and mega contest. A small contest is one that includes anywhere between 1,000 to 20,000 teams. A mega contest involves thousands or even millions of teams. Many users make the mistake of using teams generated for small contests in mega contests, or vice versa, which often leads to unsatisfactory results. Some users even use AI-generated teams for head-to-head contests, which is not recommended. Head-to-head contests are mainly for expert players, so if you're not an expert, you should avoid entering AI-generated teams into head-to-head contests. Doing so increases your chances of losing. Another mistake users make is joining contests where the number of winners is very low. For example, if there are 20,000 teams and only 1% win, that means just 200 teams will win. Such contests carry a higher risk of loss. So if you're not an expert, it's best to avoid these types of contests. You should also understand that winning first place in mega contests is very difficult, as there are millions of competing teams. Simply creating a few teams or participating in 2 to 5 matches won't guarantee a win. Mega contest teams usually need to be slightly risky, and only then can you aim for the top. But along with a chance to win big, the risk of losing is equally high, so you must consider all these points carefully and choose the right contest accordingly. The next option is number of teams. Here, you can select anywhere from 1 to 2,000 teams, based on your requirement. Even if you only want to join 10 teams, it is recommended to generate 20 teams and then choose the best 10 out of them. This approach helps you get better results. Now comes a crucial option, captain and vice-captain selection. By default, you are provided with 7 captains and 7 vice-captains, which means a maximum of 7 different captain combinations will be used across your teams. You can adjust this number based on how many teams you're generating. For example, if you are creating only 10 teams, then 3 captains and 3 vice-captains are enough. But if you are generating more teams, you should increase the number of captains accordingly. Within the captain section, you can also decide from which team the captain and vice-captain should be selected. For instance, if you are generating teams for a match between India and Bangladesh and believe that India has a higher chance of winning, you can choose captains and vice-captains only from the Indian team. In short, you should select your captains and vice-captains from the team that is more likely to win, as this increases your chances of scoring better points. However, if you're not sure which team is more likely to win, you can leave the AI option selected, and the system will automatically make the best choices for you. In the distribution section, you can decide whether each captain should get an equal number of teams, or you can let the AI determine how many teams each captain should be assigned based on its logic. The next important option is team combination. Here, you can choose from various player combinations like 5 to 6, 6 to 5, etc. A 5 to 6 combination means 5 players from Team 1 and 6 players from Team 2. Similarly, a 6 to 5 combination means 6 players from Team 1 and 5 from Team 2. Why is this option important, and how does it help in creating better teams? A team usually wins a match when most of its players perform well. No team can win solely based on bowlers if the batsmen don't score runs. This means that the winning team's majority of players contribute significantly, while most players from the losing team underperform. So, if your fantasy team includes more players from the winning team, you're likely to score higher points. If a strong team is playing against a weaker team, you can pick 6, 7, or even 8 players from the stronger side to increase your winning chances. For example, in a match between India and Bangladesh where India is likely to win, selecting 6, 7, or 8 players from India can result in a better team. You can choose combinations like 6 to 5, 7 to 4, or 8 to 3 accordingly. Now the next key option is substitute players. In leagues like IPL or in kabaddi matches, substitute players often play a crucial role. If you want to include substitutes in your teams, you can turn on the substitute switch, and you'll see a list of available substitutes. From there, you can select your preferred substitute players, and they will be randomly included in your generated teams. Another option is team credit range, where you can define the maximum total credit your teams should use. You can check the credit range of the Dream Team or Mega Contest winner team in top teams and then set your own team credit limit accordingly. Now in the advanced options, there are a few more important settings available. The first is player combination, where you can define how many wicket keepers, batsmen, all-rounders, and bowlers you want in each team. If you don't want to make any changes here, you can simply leave it as default. Next comes a crucial option, team build strategy. By default, the AI builds teams based on Dream11 player selection percentages. It generally picks 5 to 8 players with more than 50% selection, 1 to 3 players with 20% to 50% selection, and 1 to 3 players with less than 20% selection. You can analyze top match teams and customize these ranges as per your own strategy. Alternatively, instead of selection percentage, you can also generate teams based on player credits by selecting the credit-based option. In this mode, for small contests, the AI generally selects 3 to 7 players with 8.0 to 10.0 credits, 2 to 5 players with 7.0 to 7.5 credits, and 0 to 3 players with less than 7.0 credits. Using the top team analysis option, you can study how many players from each credit range or selection range were present in the Dream Team, and based on that, adjust your own strategy. If you find this confusing, it's best to leave these settings as default. Now let's talk about one more powerful feature, player group. This allows you to create groups of players for more control while generating teams. Once you turn on the player group switch, you'll see a Create Group button. When you click it, you'll see a list of players from both teams. You can create a group with 2 to 16 players, and define the minimum and maximum number of players from that group who should be included in each team. For example, in this match, Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma are opening for SRH, and Ishan Kishan bats at number 3. If you believe only 2 out of these 3 will perform well, you can create a group with all 3 and set minimum 2 and maximum 2. Now, only any 2 of these 3 will be included in each team, helping balance risk and reward. Similarly, you can create bowler groups. Suppose there are 5 good bowlers from SRH, but you think only 2 will perform well, then select all 5, set min 2 and max 2, and only 2 of them will be picked in each team. You can also make groups using players from both teams if you want. Now you should have a clear understanding of how player groups work. If you don't like a group after creating it, you can delete it anytime. Or if you just want to ignore all groups, simply turn off the player group switch, and the AI will generate teams without considering them. Now, another important option is possible captain and vice-captain. If you're confident that a particular player might perform well and should be chosen as captain or vice-captain in today's match, you can select them here. The AI will then use only those players as captain and vice-captain in your teams. when you click on Let AI choose C and VC, a list of players from both teams will appear. To mark a player as captain, click the C icon next to their name. To mark a player as vice captain, click the VC icon. Selecting both is not mandatory. You can select only a captain or only a vice captain as well. For better teams and improved results, it's recommended that you select captains and vice captains manually. If you're confused, visit the Match Research Center where you can view the top selected players. Based on that data, you can decide who to choose as your captain or vice captain. Now, the final and very important option is player in-out locking. If you strongly believe that a player will perform well and must be included in every team, click on the star icon next to their name. This will lock the player in, and the AI will include them in all your teams. If you feel a player will not perform well and should be excluded from all teams, click on the cross icon next to their name. This will ensure the player is not included in any generated team. For best results, mark your most trusted players as star players. Mark players who don't bowl or bat very low in the order as out players. Doing this helps the AI generate stronger and more optimized teams for better outcomes. Now, just click on the Generate Teams button, and you'll instantly get your teams based on all the options you selected. You can then view these teams on the My Teams page and easily copy them to your preferred platform with just one click. Friends, this video has provided you with a complete guide on how to use the AI generator to create teams effectively, and what things you need to keep in mind. Whether you're a casual player or an expert, you'll be able to create strong teams according to your knowledge and preferences. If you follow the tips and settings explained in this video, you'll definitely get better results. However, remember that fantasy sports matches can often have unpredictable outcomes. So there's always a possibility of financial loss. STAR11 does not provide pre-made teams. You build your teams yourself using the tools based on your own insights. STAR11 does not guarantee that the teams you generate will win. So always make your teams wisely, keeping your strategy and financial situation in mind. Thank you.